guys, it is me, Stace. Today I want to share with you my design team project for Maymay Made It. This month we were asked to create fun fold or fancy fold cards, and I decided to make a really cute waterfall card. There's the front of it there, and you can see there's a string. You pull that, and then the waterfall effect happens. Here's a side view of that. Really fun. And then of course we have the inside as well. Alright, so to get started you will need a piece of cardstock for the base of your card. This piece measures 8.5 by 5.5. Same color, you want 4 squares that all measure 2 by 2. Then we have our white pieces. You'll need 2 of them that measure 4 by 5.25 inside and outside of the card. 4 pieces of white squares that they all measure 1 7/8 by 1 7/8. A white strip. This measures 1 7/8 by 4.5. My accent color, I chose green, a piece that measures 2 by 9, and a piece that measures 1 by 4. So the first thing I'm going to do is take our green piece and our brown piece and do some scoring. I'm going to bring in my trimmer and my bone folder. So for the card base, we're going to score this in half at 4 1/4. Again, this was 8.5 by 5.5, scoring at 4 1/4. Then we have the green piece, which is the waterfall part. We're going to put this in long ways, and we're going to score this at 2 inches, 2 3/4, 3.5, and then 4 1/4. Okay, so that is done, and we're done with the trimmer. We can set that aside. All right, now take our card base, fold it in half, take your bone folder and score on that crease, make it lay flat. This piece, we're just going to finger press on the score marks here, and then again, take your bone folder. And all these pieces here to make sure they're nicely creased. Alright, we can set those to aside. The stamps that we are using today is a really cute one. It is called Jump for Joy. We'll be using all the frogs, the greeting here and here. I'm going to bring in a piece of scrap paper, and we're going to first start with one of our 4 by 5.25 pieces. This will be our front piece. I'm going to grab some green ink, and I'm using the smaller of the frogs. Ink that up, and basically here we're just going to stamp this frog everywhere. And I will say, if you guys know me, you'll probably know I'm more of a monkey person than I'm a frog person. If I didn't stamp it all the way down, flip it over. I'm more of a monkey person than I am a frog person, but these frogs on this stamp set are adorable. I think this would be a really fun card for little ones because it has that comical feel with the frogs. And plus, I think kids will love the interaction part of the card as well. Alright, so just stamp him a few more times. Make sure you want to go off the paper as well. Alright, so there's the front of the card. That frog just the cutest. Alright, now we have the inside of the card. I'm going to grab my brown ink and the little jumping motion part. Stamping this on the bottom, just like that. I love that. Again, grab that same green or small frog in green and just stamp him there. So now we have the outside and the inside of our card done. Alright, now we have the 4 white squares. We're going to grab those guys. I'm going to move this out of the way so I can see. Now we're just going to use all the other frogs. So we have the large frog here. I'm going to ink him up, stamp him down. Pretty adorable. Alright, that one's done. Let's grab this guy, stamp him. I mean, they're just really cute. I love the faces on them. Alright, now we're going to grab the smaller frog, or the medium-sized one. I'm going to stamp him more to the top on this piece, just like that. Now I'm going to grab that same jumping motion. I'm going to grab that in the brown. I'm going to bring my scraps back over here. Grab this guy and this one. Just stamp that, oops, in the green. I went to the green. Let me grab a wipey. I'm going to stamp it in brown, not green there, Stace. Okay, I'm going to take that and just kind of stamp it off. So again, let's go to the brown with that jumping motion. Stamp that one down. He is done. All right, now we have this one. I'm going to stamp the Jump for Joy on that one. I got to find that over here. And again, I'm going to stamp that in brown. I'm going to stamp it on a little bit of an angle, which is nice. You don't need to worry about being straight. Okay, that one's done. Now for the other frog, we're going to grab the log. Stamp that in brown. Just get it on the bottom of the frog. Doesn't need to be lined up because he's jumping off the frog. Alright, before we put the stamps away, let's go ahead and stamp the inside piece here, or the pull-out part. We're going to grab the greeting that says, "Fully rely on God." Ink that up in our brown. Now I got a smudge on it, so flip it over. Nope, I got a smudge on that side. Double smudge. I'm going to grab that mono eraser and just see if I can get most of that ink off. Okay. Better than what it was, right? Alright, we're going to ink this one up in the middle. Straight down, straight up. Grab that same small green frog we've been using on the bottom right, or the bottom left and upper right is how I did that. Let me bring it up so you can see it. Okay, so there's that one. Okay, so we are done with the inks. Alright, now we're going to assemble. So we're going to take the 4 white pieces and adhere them to the brown. I'm using Art Glitter Glue. This is one of those cards that look really complicated. Once you make it once, it's really easy. And I learned this card from Dawn, I think her last name is Griffin or Griffith, from her YouTube channel, Dawn Stamping Thoughts, many years ago. I made it a few times here with you guys for Maymay Made It and just different cards we use in the Creator Critter series we did. Just one of those cards that I just love it. And I think this would be really fun for little ones because of the cartoon images, and also they'll love the waterfall part of the card as well. Alright, so that's pretty fast as well, I think, to put together. It's not really all that complicated or difficult. Our last one here, and then we're going to be assembling the card. Alright, so we have all of our pieces done. Let's bring in our card base pieces. Alright, we're first going to attach the band. Again, this was 1 by 4. I actually cut mine a little bit past the 4-inch mark. I'm going to grab some sticky strip. Put this on the very ends of it. Just like that. Take your bone folder, give it a rub. And I have no fingernails at all. I trimmed them this weekend to do the dog's ears. So I'm going to use my little poker tool here to lift up that adhesive, or the backing part of that. Okay. Now I'm going to line this up on the bottom about 1 inch up maybe. I'm just using my grid mat here so I can make sure I'm straight. And I did cut this piece a tad bit bigger. I mentioned before, if I were to cut it to be exactly 4 inches, I'd be short. So I did cut it a tad bit bigger. I'm just going to cut that extra off there. Alright, now we can take that and adhere this to the front of the card base. And I will have all the sizes and supplies I used on Maymay's blog, which will be linked below. My blog, also linked below, and also in the bottom of the video, or in the description box for you as well. And I will also link Maymay's Facebook group. Alright, so there's that. Let's open it up and put the inside of the card in there. And I've seen people make them, they only use the one panel. They didn't make it a card that opens up, so you can do it either way. I just like having a large space here for my greeting. But of course, if you don't want to have the opening card like this one is, you can put this piece on the back of this piece. You just have it be the one piece, and the card itself will be the waterfall part. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and take our waterfall piece and attach our pieces to that. So I have all the score marks here. I'm going to grab my frogs, put some glue on the back, and I'm going to put this in the bottom 2 by 2 piece here. It lines up perfectly. It kind of covers that green. Okay, now on this one, you're only going to put glue on that 3/4 inch part there. And if you want to, you can use the sticky strip, but I mentioned before, I think art glitter glue is fine for this. Alright, so I'm going to just get it lined up with that score mark, make sure it's straight with the one below it. Give it a little bit of rub, and then do the next one. Okay. Again, I'm just lining it up with the score mark, making sure it's straight with the other pieces below it. Alright, now we have our last piece. So I saved the part, the greeting, for the very top piece, because you'll see that when the waterfall part is closed. Okay, so we have that. And that quickly, our waterfall part is done. Alright, now I'm going to flip it over, or upside down. Now I have the long piece here. This is where that piece is going to go. I am going to flip this one over though and grab some of that sticky strip and put this right up to the edge. Because this piece here ends up tucking under the band. I want to make sure that it's got adhesive all the way to the top of it. I'm just going to fold over the extra part and put the glue on the rest of it. Okay, and that piece is going to go right here on the bottom. This is the part we're going to pull out. Okay. Alright, now we're going to take this, it's going to go under the band here, and then this part here, you want to put another piece of that sticky strip, just one. Again, you want to rub that really well. Take the backing off of that. Okay, just kind of fold over the extra adhesive there. And I want to line this up in the middle, so I want to have this whole piece flat. I'm holding the part that has the adhesive. Hold it like that until you get it where you like it in the middle. Then this part here, I'm going to line it up with the bottom part of this green. Okay? So just lining it up to make sure I'm straight in the middle. That looks pretty good. And then just hold this until you get it lined up in that bottom of the green piece. And just give it a good smush. Okay, and then that way we have our waterfall piece here. Now to make this part here be easier to pull, we're going to take that, pull it out, and punch a hole in it. I'm just using my big bite. I'm going to go at the bottom in the center. And did I bring in a piece of twine? I don't think I did. Hang on while I get a piece of string. Sorry about that, I thought I had everything out here. Alright, so I'm going to take this twine, or this jute cording. I'm going to fold it in half. Take the loop end on the back side of that pull-out part. Open my loop, bring the two other pieces through, and then pull the two pieces down. This way it's locked in there without me creating a knot, because this twine I'm using is kind of on the thicker side. Okay, and that, my friends, is our card. So there's that one here, and there's that one there. Isn't that fun? And I love that fact that like the string is here, so it already tells them what to do with it. They're going to pull it out. They see the frog kind of jumping for joy and also fully relying on God. I love the image and the sentiments on this one. Then we have the inside as well. Alright, so there is that card. Don't forget, if you guys want to be entered in to win the card kit for this project, go to my blog, leave me a comment. I will pick a winner tomorrow. And again, I will have Maymay's blog, her Facebook group, and all the sizes below the video. As always, guys, thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.